So this is kind of what I was alluding to, and many other people may have different ways to look at this, but this is from Neil Nathan's. He had a great paper on the cell danger response, and it just shows at the top here basically everything I already mentioned, like flame retardants, heavy metals, pesticides, infections. So that would include viral issues as well, mast cells, NK killer cells, cytokines, the microbiome. All these issues here are what really breaks the straw. You know, the one of these is the final straw that breaks the camel's back, and then you end up in this what's called the cell danger response phase, and then that's where you get the issues with the mitochondria down regulating. So there's more in that, but like I said, it's 155 pages. It's like you got to be have your bulletproof coffee before you
No,
look
that
through
makes a lot of sense. So you're kind of really focusing on the toxicity and how that negatively impacts it. I want to just kind of tie in the dietary component. Why is food so important to enhancing the mitochondria? Let me break that down for a second here. This is important. Okay, so this is really important. So we talked about like Krebs cycle, right? And so like this is our zoom out, right? What's happening here? We have glycolysis, Krebs cycle, electron transport chain. Outside of the mitochondria with the cytosol, inside. Now check this out. This is a good one. This is from the textbook of functional medicine. So we have fats, carbs, and proteins. These are our primary nutrients where everything comes from, right? Fats could be coconut oil, grass-fed butter. It could be fats from grass-fed meat, right? Our carbs could be vegetables, fruit, starch, and our proteins could be protein powder, or it could be animal protein, right? All of these essentially shuttle downstream. Fats get carried into the mitochondria via carnitine. So if you go into any biochemistry textbook, it's called the carnitine shuttle, right? Every medical doctor, doctorate level person would study this at a graduate level. I studied as well. Now, in the textbook of, I think not Guyton's physiology, but there was another textbook of biochemistry that's common at the graduate level. Do you know what the rate limiting amino acids to make carnitine are? It's methionine and lysine. And so really important, guess what some of the rate limiting amino acids are in a vegetarian diet?
Oh, yeah.
Methionine and lysine are actually very deficient in vegetarian diets. And so this whole process of a carnitine shuttle here, that helps bring carnitine, converts it into acetyl-CoA, so then it can get inside the mitochondria and run through the citric acid cycle. Again, that's the same thing as Krebs cycle. They have multiple names in medicine for the same thing. It's just meant to confuse people. So citric acid cycle or the Krebs cycle, this is how we get fat inside the mitochondria, is via carnitine. So very important, right? So if we zoom out here, we have energy out here, fat, we get it inside via the carnitine shuttle. Super important there.